Welcome to Modernist Mixing. Today we're mixing this into this. Hello and welcome to another episode of Modernist Mixing. Today we're going to mix a song by Jeremiah Red, and the name of the song is Renegade, and the tracks were made available by the Produce Like a Pro website. So thanks for those. And I've downloaded the tracks. I'll leave a link on where you can download the tracks as well in the description. So I downloaded the tracks, I moved them into my mixing template. And if you're interested in how I set up my mixing template, I'll leave a link or leave a card in the video. And what I did, I moved the tracks into my mixing template. The blue ones are the drums, the grey is the bass, the green ones are the guitars. There is a harmonica solo here, this purple one, which is normally keys or anything that's not guitars. And then the red and pink ones are the backing tracks. And I found the track on Spotify and I recorded it into my mix template, into my mixing project, so we'll be able to listen to the finished release track after I've done my mix. So obviously I've listened to the track before, so I kind of know what type of sound the band was going for, and I'll try to replicate that using my own tools. So I'll put on my trusty headphones and we'll start our mix. So I'll play the intro and maybe the beginning of the first verse, and I'll start mixing from the drums. Alrighty, so I'll start with the drums. So this is the kick. There were several kick mics, but this one was marked with the name Beta 52, which is fine. I mean, I can work with this. I just didn't add the other mics to it. There were several other tracks that I didn't add. So there was like a crush channel, maybe two crush channels. So basically I figured that was like a crushed compressor, but I preferred to use my own plugins to do that, so I omitted a few of the tracks. There was some like reverb tracks for the vocals and stuff like that. Anyways, let's go with the kick. Yeah, so these need to come up, obviously, because these are kicks, but they're being played very lightly. So these several can come up. And I'll select these as well. Yeah, so they're roughly the same volume as the other kicks. So they're coming through the gate. Okay, so we have this bit. Yeah, these are coming through. Okay, that's fine. Let me just EQ this a bit. This is a bit too long to my taste. I'll use the envelope shaper from Shaperbox. Yep. Yeah, much better. Send these to the distortion and the parallel compression. So let me show you what I have on my parallel distortion channel. So this is the FabFilter Saturator Saturn 2. And the preset is Console Crush Multiband something. And my drum parallel compression is a Distressor model. Yeah, so there's no compression actually on the kick itself. So moving on to the kick trigger. So they supplied some samples to go along with the main kick. Save. These are out of phase, are they? Yeah. So I'll add a mix tool and swap the phase. A bit too roomy. I'll get rid of this. I'll use my own samples. Yep, good. Okay. So I'll lower this down a bit. Moving on to the snare. I'll turn these up a bit, same as the kicks, because I want to hear them, obviously. Yeah, we'll have another look with the overheads in. Good, good. Not the shape of box, but the transient designer. Okay, what's this? Snare bottom mic, good. Turn this up a bit as well. Good. Let's check the snare trigger track. Nope. Yep. So this is mainly my room samples. Where are we? These. I can get rid of this. Good. Moving on to the toms. So toms. Looks like these have been edited out. Yeah, they've been gated. Good. Same deal with the kick. Yep. Fine. Send it to the ambience. Good. I'll send the snare to the ambience as well. Good. So this is the floor tom. Same. It's a bit boxy. This. Yep. better. Just copy this over to the other tom as well. See how they work together. All right, let's check the overheads and see how these are behaving together. Not too bad. I might want to add a bit of my samples here. And this. And the overheads. Nope, two mono. Yeah, this. So width makes shorter, something around a second. Clean, darkish. So just far and see. Right, let's see the drums so far. Yeah, missed this one. Yep, sounds fine. Let me move on to the bass. Oh, hang on, we got some percussion tracks here. Sorry, going back. So, this is tambourine. Yep, nice and roomy. Okay, moving on to the bass. Good. Distorted bass. These sound fine. Moving on to the guitars. So I kind of panned the guitars based on how they looked. So basically these seem to be playing together, these two. So I hard pan them left and right. And these seem to be all coming in together. So I kind of hard pan them left and right, but I'll figure it out how they play together. So this seems to be, oh, this one. Yeah, this one. This one's kind of like a solo. This could probably move to the mid, I guess. Or this might move to the mid. Because these seem to be playing like symmetrically. Anyways, let me figure it out. You know, I'll use the new Miko cab simulator. I don't know if this is a simulator or it's like processing some impulse responses, but let's see. This is from ML Labs, ML Drum Labs, ML Labs, ML Sound Lab. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is like free. The full thing has like tons of cabs, but I'm using the free version. How do you get back? Oh, there you go. So there's one mega 4x12 oversized cab. And what I like about this is this EQ bit. So you can just do your EQ using this. And this is like a shelf EQ. And you can move the mic around and the EQ responds. So let's see. Yep. Yeah, almost as if I don't need any EQ. Let me do the same thing to this track. Yeah, I'll definitely need a cab emulator on this one because it's too fuzzy. Yeah, better. Let me check this. Yeah, needs a cab, too fuzzy. Yeah, let's do an A-B. Is that like an output knob? Probably not. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, moving on. Much better. Okay. So let me show you how this sounds. I'll get rid of these for remove. Yeah. So with the Miko cabin emulator, without, I mean, this will need to be EQ'd obviously, but it's much more manageable without all that fuzz in the background. So let me work on their EQ a tiny bit. Yeah, much better. This out. Good. Good. This sounds fine. So hang on, this. So I guess these could work as a left and right track. This could work in the middle. Yeah, okay. So let me get rid of all the low ends on this one. Good, good. So this is what we have. I don't know if the band wants like a fuzzy sound, but they're not here. I'm here, so I'll do what I like. Yep, good. So I'll send these to the plate. Yep, and I'll send these to the plate. Good. Yeah. Anything else can stay dry. So what else do we have? This is done. This is done. What's this? So this is kind of like a feedback effects type of thing. What's this? This can go to the reverb. Yep. One of these looks like some kind of effects. I don't know. I'll send them to the reverb and turn down their volume. Yeah. Oh no, we'll look at it later. So I think this is a solo. You know what? I'll send this to a cab as well. You know what? I think this is a solo. So what I'll do is I'll remove this from the music bus because I want it to go to the mix bus directly. And I'll send it to the sidechain for the track spacer on the music bus. So here we go, track spacer. So what this will do is whenever this is playing, it will trigger the track spacer here and remove these frequencies from the guitars. So I'll turn these on and I'll turn the drums on. I'll turn the EQ and limiter on the guitar bus. Sounds fine. Okay, so let's move on to the main vocals. So I'll turn these on. So what these are, this is the 1176 model from DMG. This is the LA2A model. So I'm sending the vocals first to the 1176 and compress the peaks, and then to the 2A, then compress a bit more. Afterwards it goes to the Soothe Resonance Auto EQ. And this is fed by the main vocal track. So I'll turn on these inserts. So what I have is a basic EQ, a tiny bit of compression, and some de-essing. So let me see what this does.
Things that you do, I'm not too sure what you say isn't true, but you're free, and that's the only way I know you wanna be. You're sure about the things that you do, I'm not too sure what you say isn't true.
Yeah, see, tiny bit, maybe 2 dB.
Too sure about the things that you do.
Another 2 dB. Let me see where it sits in the mix.
I'm not too sure about the things that you do. I'm not too sure what you say isn't true. But you're free, and that's the only way I know you wanna be.
Okay, so this is not a back vocal track, this is a main vocal track. So I'll just duplicate this main vox into main vox 2 and I'll move this track over there.
Oh, my dear, bless your heart. You're not as pretty as you thought. Oh, my dear, bless your heart. Oh, my dear, bless your heart. You're not as pretty as you thought.
Oh, there we are. Okay, I was looking for the model, so I want something more crunchier. Yeah.
Bless your heart. You're not as pretty as you thought. Oh, my dear. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. You're not as pretty as you thought. Oh, my dear.
Yep.
Bless,
Let's hit it against the vocals.
bless your heart. You're not as pretty as you thought. What you say isn't true. But you're free, and that's the only way I know you wanna be. Oh, my dear, what you say isn't true. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
Let me try the official SSL bus compressor. Ta-ta-dum. It's coming in too hot. I'll lower the gain a bit, so maybe 6 dBs, and I'll increase it on its way out.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
Right, I just want to catch the peaks of the snare, so I don't want it to be like poking in and out of the mix.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
Good tiny bit of clipping at the transients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saturate this. Oh yeah, we have these backing vocal tracks here, sorry. So I can get rid of this.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, so it's singing in a higher pitch. What's this?
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. Oh, oh.
Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll make this stereo using micro shift. So I'll make this stereo.
Renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. Oh, oh.
Yep.
I wanna treat you like a renegade.
Good, okay.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. Ah, ah. Hold me all night, bless your soul. You're right, I'm wrong. I never thought I'd be that strong, be that strong. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade.
This is bothering me, this thingy. What I can do is... I'll send this to the reverb. Let's see how it sits now.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's
Mhm. Yeah, this will work better, I guess.
If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. Hold me all night, bless your soul. You're right, I'm wrong. I never thought I'd be that strong, be that strong. I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright. I wanna treat you like a renegade.
All right, so we're at the 45-minute mark. I will bring in the release, the official mix, and see how close we are. So this was recorded off Spotify with no normalization. So I guess it starts around here and again comes in again here. So I'll alt solo this, and this directly goes to my main out, so it's not going through any of my mastering chain or anything like that. And I'll check if the loudness is similar so we can do a fair comparison. So I'll loop this bit here so we'll listen to the same section. So this is the official mix.
Hold me all night, bless your soul. You're right, I'm wrong. I never thought I'd be that strong.
So I need to drop a decibel off my limiter. So I'll move it maybe to like 3 dB. So let's come again.
Hold me all night. Hold me all night, bless your soul. You're right, I'm wrong. Hold
Okay, so I like my drums better. They're a bit more hard-hitting, they're a bit more punchy, but that's easily an artistic choice. I mean, mine are kind of closer to like a Megadeth or a Metallica type of drums. So they're like short-lived in terms of ADSR. They're like punchy, short-lived, they don't linger on, and basically they're a bit more trebly and high MIDI and a bit more distorted because I'm using a lot of clippers. Plus, my guitars are a tiny bit more wide, and there is less information in the low mids because I'm leaving the low mids to the distorted bass. So I can't really hear what the bass is exactly doing in the reference mix. Let's have another listen.
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
I mean, there are bass frequencies, obviously, but I'm not hearing the bass guitar playing. Whereas in mine,
I wanna treat you like a renegade. If it's alright, it's alright.
look, listen to this part. Like, it goes like ba, ba, ba. So this is audible because I'm using that distorted bass track. Hang on. This bit here. So, look. Ba, ba. So, ba, ba, ba. Look. So let's listen to the reference. Same bit. See, that note is lost because they've decided to use the guitars to fill up the low mids instead of letting the bass guitar handle that. So I tend to have my guitars on the sides, remove most of the lower mid frequencies and the upper frequencies, obviously, so that mine are a tiny bit more filtered out, basically. But I allow the bass guitar to handle a lot more. So it handles the lows, it handles the subs as well, because I added the sub synthesizer here, the Brainworks subharmonics synthesizer. And also this distorted bass track handles the low mids, but you're able to hear the bass a lot more better. Let's listen to this bit. So my mix. You can clearly hear the bass. It's kind of rushing, but still. See, the bass is just supplying some low-end information. You might as well just add like a sine wave if you're going to use the bass in that manner. If there's a bass guitar there, if the guy's playing some, riffs, if he's like doing some syncopations, etc., means that it was consciously decided by someone who is playing the bass or, who's arranging it, whatever. But I would like to rather hear that instead of just treating the bass as something that's providing like a utility to the song. I mean, I don't want it to just provide it like low-end frequency, fill out the low-end frequency. I want it to be recognizable as an instrument, as something that is providing some added value to the song. So the groove of the bass is quite important to me. That's why I use like 3 bass tracks. This one is exactly how the other mix has treated the bass. So it's like all no note definition. I mean, it does have note definition, obviously, but not as I have with my mid and high-end tracks. So if we just mute these two, it's kind of similar to this track. But when we allow these two to play, a lot more attitude. What else? Let me check how the vocals sound. obviously my track has a bit more treble going on. Let's check it with span. Maybe my ears are tired because I'm on headphones for the past hour with no breaks. So this is my track. We'll do a static from, let's say, bar 68. So these green and white are my mix, and I'll go to the mix I got off Spotify, 58. Static. Okay, so let me change the colors so they're a bit more visible. So I'll make these red and pink. Okay. So, yeah. In fact, I'll just compare this to this. Much more easier. Okay. So, more subs on my end, less low mids. And my mix, the white one, extends a bit more towards the treble end. This one, although the high mids, where it most matters, like 2K to 6, 7K-ish, is almost the same, it does roll off quite quickly after that. It's amazing. I mean, you can see it as you hear it. How do we see the mid-side stereo? Yeah, so this is the sides, and this is the mid. So, look, the guitar's having a lot more low mid information. It's clearly visible in the side frequency chart as well. So this is the mids, this is the sides. Yep. So basically they decided to go for a more old school raw type of sound. Okay, so at this stage I'll take a break and I'll come back and listen to the mix with the Slate VSX rooms and see if anything needs fixing or, you know, further tweaking, because these rooms are kind of revealing in terms of the bass and especially the vocal levels. And once that's done, I'll print it out and I'll leave a link so you can download the mix I did and listen to it in your own environment. And I'll leave a link to the tracks so you can download the tracks yourselves and mix it in your own environment and maybe use my mix or the mix on Spotify as a reference and see how close you get. Hopefully this was useful and I hope to see you again in another video. Thank you.